Gotta see. We catch the machine that's waiting for you now. You could begin the interrogation whenever you like. I tend to be quiet. Very good. Just be warned that someone called the press, so we might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing that you should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. Let's go. Let's do it. This is super emotional. When I say I was not ready for this game, I had no idea it was going to be like this. It's called the Beginner's Guide or something like that. I was not ready for this mind trip, this journey that I'm taking right now. Wow. Let's press on. We're gonna get through this. Oh man. See, this game is not only, it's making me like look into myself. Man. Wow. This is a very deep game. And I hope you guys are enjoying, watching this too. Like I said, this is my first ever. Alright. Let's proceed. We can do this. So here's the press. Now it's none of your business about the machine. Like, this is my... Ooh. This is... It's not up to you. Like, you don't get to see this. Like, this is not your business.
And of course, it's the machine.
Stopped. Sorry, I didn't even see that down there. I'm sorry. You stopped feeding us. Your work was keeping us alive. Your work was keeping us healthy. You stopped feeding us. There's people out there. Can you imagine what pain you put them through? It's only because of your creation that any of us can make it through every day. How could we possibly go back to trusting you to do this job? I'm gonna go with number 2. This is some hard choices. So here's what needs to happen. You need to go to the people who are out there and apologize to them. No, you don't. Why am I saying this? You have to admit to people that you allowed them to suffer. I've been so wrong. Don't let me. No, nothing. Think carefully, I know how it hurts you. hands. Falls on me to deliver betters. I have a troubling revelation. The machine will not apologize to us. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. We will find a way to live without it. We cannot need escapes. Let us pay a retribution. Let us show it that we are not failures. Follow me, we will destroy. No, follow me, we will destroy everything that the machine has created. I don't like these. I don't like. No. Is that girl gonna be back? Sorry, I'm not reading it.
So
I'm just
now
going
the work is
slow so
becoming
you can read it as
self-destructive.
well.
And I'll tell you,
It's-
at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realized that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur
No.
to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for it?
This
If he
game's
could
for
see the
you,
difference
you
it would make to have
fucking
more actual
dumbass.
conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
He's erasing all of his good. He's not creating the games for you. He's creating the games for him. It's not-
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all is just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
But this is private, man. It's not. You don't just do that. If he wants his work to be known, he'll show it himself. That's. No. 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 I don't want to do it. It's gonna make me do it. I can't even look around. Alright. I have to do it to progress the game. I don't want to. Let's make this. I do not want to do it.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something, I really felt like I'd done something good, like Like, I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem.
He trusted you, man.
They told me how much they enjoyed his games. It was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It
It's
made me
not
feel
your
so
game.
happy. So
You don't
beautifully-
deserve that.
Beautifully happy. So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
The tower. Alright. This music is...
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, The Tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
Wow.
This room actually has a maze in it. Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the level, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
I'm not gonna be able to do it. For the sake of the video, I'm going to press enter. Because I'll be here for like 2 hours. I'll be here for like 2 hours if I don't. So, sorry for those that really want me to do the maze. But I am going to hit enter. Skip it. For the sake of time.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable.
No, it is
Like
playable.
the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
To leave him the fuck alone. Like,
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code.
okay.
Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Wasn't even close. I had the one right. I know, 1-5. Damn it. I went to hit forward and I hit E and it changed it. And I forgot what number it was. 7. Got it.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem.
It doesn't need to be.
I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't
You're making it
fix
a
the problem.
There
I can open
was
this door
never
for
no
you, so
problem. I
let
mean,
me do
yeah,
that.
he's probably dealing with his own shit, but I mean, like, then reach out and help him. Don't force him to do something he doesn't want to do. You just be there for him, you know, like. You don't just force him to do something.
Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time. And as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't. I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have
The 3
somehow
dots that
made
were
his
always
work
on the
my own, that I
walls.
would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left, and it felt somehow like I had failed.
Maybe you were. Maybe he wrote you into the game as the player himself. You know?
Where did I screw up?
I don't know. This is so heavy. I'm just trying to wrap my head around everything right now. It's just... Wow. Dear Davey, thank you for your interest in my games. I asked you not to
I'm
speak
the
to me.
reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Wow. Sorry, everything looks so beautiful. The floors look so nice.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... It felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable. And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
Yet you made this game for the whole world to see his games against his wishes again. And here I am playing it like, now I feel terrible. That's privacy, man. Would you stop changing my game? Stop that again. Wow. I had no idea.
And then you stopped, and I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean? I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself. That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please. I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Wow. This looks gorgeous.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease. Solution. guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
You know, that's what I mean by, again, we're gonna go back to the English teacher. It's like, you know, maybe sometimes there's no meaning. It's just as it is. And that's okay, you know.
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
Yeah. Like, own up to it. You know, you fucked up. Own up to it. This is not the way to own up to it. You own up to it by learning from your mistake. Never do anything like it again. He doesn't need your apology. You need your apology. He'll make games because that's what he does. It's none of your business.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
I really love this string composition. It's just slow, methodical. The pauses in between have so much weight.
What now?
Figure yourself out. That's what you look into yourself and just find something that you're passionate about. Do that. Don't use other people's work for your pleasure or your gain. You know, just do you. Don't involve anybody else. Figure out what you want to do in life.
I think I need to go.
Figure out what makes you happy.
And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for. And so I'm just gonna... Okay.
Just, you can do it. Don't beat yourself up. Just pick yourself back up and make up for it in ways that is true to you. Don't. Just learn. Learn from your mistakes. I know you'll be able to do it. I know. Man, I was not ready for this game at all. could finally do that, you'll realize that the whole world will open up, and anything will be possible for you. But you gotta learn who you are. It's gonna take time, you know. It's not easy, but you're going to do it. But next time, don't pull us into it either. He, like I said, he doesn't need an apology. Because he knows that this game, you playing that last game, was going to make you apologize. But he doesn't need to hear it. Okay. I love space so much, but this how amazes. Oh, wow. Can you imagine this person through that?
Turn back from this cave. You said, let me prove that I'm brave. Let me keep going.
That was a rough experience, I know. Thank you.
But the cave goes
You got
for
some
miles and miles and miles.
So she has something in her eye.
And you're so tired, but I know that you're strong. So
She wants
turn
to
back,
you see this? But yeah, so
turn back.
it's one hell of a way to start a channel. That was a journey right there. Soul searching. Ow! That was wow. You know, I hope you as a viewer also learned something about yourself through it. And I hope you were able to relate. You know, I learned something about me. I also got to look into how how my creative mind flows. I hope you guys can do the same as well. And if not, that's okay too. I really recommend, if you have a computer, check this game out. It's on Steam right now. And I want to thank my sister for purchasing the game and letting me play it, because it's amazing. I want to thank her for everything. And wow, it's like, you know, sometimes when you think you're doing the right thing, it's okay to take a step back real quick and look at it from another angle and really make sure that what you're doing is for the right of every party involved, not just for you. It's okay to be selfish, but also know that your actions affect other people. Don't let the weight of that discount, or I don't know what I was gonna say right there. I was trying to get real deep, but I couldn't. But yeah, so Yeah, just don't. Just look at every possible outcome, for the good and for the worst. And you know, if you're not sure, ask. It doesn't hurt to ask somebody. Just be like, hey, you know, something wrong, or hey, do you mind if I use this for, you know, because this is how I feel about it. If they say no, respect their wishes. You know, but wow. Okay. Thank you for sticking to it to the end. I hope you had as much fun playing it along with me and watching me play this for the first time as I did. Again, there will be more games coming soon. Just wow, that was, I'm at a loss for words. It was so. Okay, again, I'm Lemon Sledge, and this has been one of my Let's Plays. Hope to see you next time. I forgot how to close my recording off. There it is. Alright.